Hello everybody, this is Scott with KC Blade Drip coming at you with another wonderful, exciting blade review, knife review, telling a story. Every knife has a story, and I'm glad you're here with me. So if you're new to the channel or you're just interested in the Kershaw Leek, I welcome you again. Instagram, KC Blade Drip. Give me a follow if you have an opportunity or chance to do so. And then let's go ahead and dive in. This particular knife that I'm going to discuss and talk about today, this actually is in my recent kind of knife journey. This is the very first knife that I got 6 years ago from now, which this is April of 2022. And I got this knife probably around, I would say, towards the end of 2015. So probably about 7 years ago. I was looking for knife options, and I ended up handling this one. I'm not exactly sure where. But once I got it into my hand, up to this point, I had just pretty much been using inexpensive, cheaper, I guess, quality knives before this. But I remembered when I got this knife in my hands, how well it felt, how premium it felt. I'm sure that you guys would feel the same way. And a lot of people that I think would purchase this knife are going to be people who maybe like knives, will end up collecting knives. And this is one of the first knives I think that a lot of collectors or users tend to go with. Kershaw is a good name. It's a good brand, and it's on the inexpensive side, but yet great quality. Just like this particular knife. I think this is great for the pocket. It's not too heavy. The clip, which I've turned around so that it is tip up carry. You can move it here, or it comes on the other side. Okay. Let me go ahead and flick it out. Now, my knife I used pretty hardcore. I actually carried this for quite a while. Loved it. Super sharp, razor sharp. And I did some work with the tip of it, and I actually busted the tip of mine. I don't know if you can see very well, but I just had this resharpened and the tip kind of corrected or fixed about a week or two ago, and it kind of spurred me to fall in love again. I'll probably throw this in my pocket a little bit because, again, it's lightweight, it's super sharp, it deploys quick, it's a wonderful, it fits great in your hand. It's a Ken Onion design. Now, up at this point when I bought this knife, I really didn't understand the knife game about designers or people that were, creating these things. So when I heard Ken Onion, well, at first I just liked the name too. I'm like, Ken Onion, that's a pretty cool name. Don't know a lot about him, but this is one hell of a successful blade right here. Nice knife. Now, the steel, it's a 14C 28N. Now, I'm not very familiar. I'll be honest with you. I know some steels. I'm still kind of learning a lot about knife steel, how it performs, what's good, bad, the tail of the tape on steel. So I don't know a particular lot of information, probably enough to be dangerous to you guys watching and myself. But that's the type of steel, 14C 28N. It's a Sandvik steel. And then the handle itself, I do know, is a 410 stainless. So it's heavier. It's not like an aluminum. It is a steel, so it's a little bit, it gives you some weight. a little bit of heft or weight in your hand for the size of the knife. It's a DLC, like a coat on the blade, which that always is going to help with corrosion as well. You know, not that this would corrode. I again, never had an issue with that. It's got the SpeedSafe assisted opening, and it is a liner lock, okay? So on the lock itself, the difference between a liner lock and a frame lock is that a liner lock is going to, and actually, you know what? I guess I could be wrong, but I think this is a frame lock because it's the frame here that locks into place when it pops out. See that? And a liner lock is whenever it does this, but it's on the inside, and then you have the frame that doesn't move. It's a solid piece. So and correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, I believe this right here is a frame lock because the actual frame is moving when it locks into place. Linear and frame. This is a frame. Linear, or I'm sorry, liner is whenever it's a liner on the inside and the frame stays stagnant. So anyways, that's the locking mechanism here. You can see the blade itself. The branding right here. And then for deployment, you either have a flipper or you have a thumb stud right here, which, there you go, that you can flip. Now, I just usually on this, I always use the flipper. It's what I'm used to. You got a little jimping right here. You got a back spacer here, and then you've got pretty much an open design through the knife itself, minus the back spacer here. And then you have a little jimping here on the flipper area. And it's a very smooth, if you watch my finger, how you just push it down, it's very smooth and it just flicks right out. Very easy. The pocket clip, a little bit big for me, but it's very doable. It's not overly large, and it works. It's good, and I like that you can move it to side to side. I like that about it. The handle itself is contoured so that even though it's a smaller knife, when you grab hold of it, your thumb goes right here and the top, and there's a little jimping here, and the bottom, your hand, index finger, curls right around. So it locks into place, and it's comfortable. It's comfortable to use. I would recommend this knife to anybody who is starting out and needing just a good, dependable pocket knife. Now, of course, I wouldn't recommend gouging or digging on anything, but the knife itself, it's a perfect knife, it really is. And these run right around $50 to $60. I know you can find them on Amazon for, I think they're like $59, $60. Kershaw branding right here. And then it says SpeedSafe. Got a little lanyard hole if you want to be able to feed a lanyard through there. Again, comfortable in the hand. Now this is a lock at the bottom so that when you have it closed, you could go ahead and push this up. Now, my knife, because I have the tip redone, you can see it doesn't hit that. So I can still, even when this is pushed up, I can still flip mine out. So typically what happens is when you push the lock up, it keeps the blade from flipping up. They have them in different colors as far as handles go and blade. Overall, this thing weighs 3 ounces. So for me, anything between 3 to about 4.5 ounces is a sweet spot. I will carry heavier in my pocket because I also carry a fixed blade now. Starting out though, for a lot of people, I think getting used to having some weight in your pocket is important. So being 3 ounces, this is a good weight. This is a good weight to carry, in my opinion, to start out with. I mean, you can't go wrong. And yeah, again, this is my first knife that I ever had. After this, I ended up getting my first Microtech, which I just did a quick little talk about and posted on a video about my Microtech, which was a Troodon, and it was my second knife. This was my first. Kind of digging back into some of my older ones that I started out with 5, 6 years ago. I'm going to keep throwing in some newer stuff. I've got some unboxings coming later this week, which I got great feedback on. I like doing those. And then still going to filter in some different fixed blades as well as some older knives that I have carried and used over the years, just to kind of show you my collection and give you opinions on it. So if you've came here again, checking this out, nothing but great reviews on this knife. Please, if you enjoyed the video or you want to see more content, like the video, subscribe to my channel. Also, Instagram, give me a follow there if you happen to use Instagram and want to see some of the pictures and things that I come up with on my Instagram account. But here it is, the Kershaw Leek. Man, it's neat how when I'm looking at things I can like this and getting it in my hand under the light, I seriously just fall in love again with it and feeling it in my hand, and it brings back so many wonderful memories. This shaves hair like crazy. After I got it sharpened, I was sitting around my left arm. I got patches where it's shaved because I'll test out a blade and this thing just shaved it right off perfectly. So take care, guys. Hope you've had a great weekend. I know today at least is Monday. I don't know what day you're going to be watching this video, but I appreciate all of your support. Continue watching, and I'll be coming at you soon with another video. Take care.